black wife with some black kids, black car and a black crib, black owned, black ran, black woman and black man. Bet on black, bet on black, bet on black, bet on black.
Folks, I feel better. I've been on this hiatus. I feel better. I'm not stressed out with being on Instagram anymore, even though I lurk. But not being on social media, working on things that I'm doing, the screenplays and, taking the family on vacation and just overall being a better black person. I feel better. But then they bring me back into it. So I'm going to be a little negative here. Y'all know I when we do that on Black, I'm not negative, but some things happened. I need to get off my chest. Then we're going to have fun because I brought somebody on that knows about the planets and the stars and retrogrades. And she makes, I don't know how to describe it, but she makes those healing crystals. And we all know those healing crystals went up in demand last year because people were home and need to get the stress out. So I think she low-key might be near a millionaire, but I know she's not going to say that because she's not one of them black people that she's not one of them black people that flash money on the screen. Thank God, because you know how hard it is. Somebody get their paycheck, they cash it at the check cashing at the liquor store, and then they flash it on TV. And then what ends up happening is when they do it on the line, they come by and snatch it out the window. But we're not going to talk about that. Okay, we might talk about that. But I'm going to introduce my guest, Goddess Aayanna. And folks, y'all know how I do it here. Look at the screen when you watch it on YouTube. If you're on the audio versions, you get a pass because she spells her name with 4 A's. I can't count right now. 4 A's. So there's 4 vowels and 3 consonants. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. So yes. So it's AAYNNA. So when y'all go search for her stuff, don't come back and tell me you couldn't find it, or you got sent to some white liberal who probably jocked her. But if you do find the white liberal who jocked her, please send it to her so we can get it taken down because we tired of white people jocking us. But let's have fun. So I'm going to introduce my guest, Goddess Aayanna. Let her introduce herself, and then we're going to get into it.
Peace, family. So I'm a revolutionary. I consider myself a Black familyist. I'm Black first, second, and third. I make devices called Orgonite that absorb EMF radiation, which is the healing crystals you talk about. We actually put crystals in the device. The device itself isn't a crystal. But yeah, and I'm an astrologer. I don't do readings, personal readings anymore, but I just kind of, give people a general description of what's going on now. And I try to help people understand astrology. But yeah, I'm just a Black woman trying to make her way and trying to help my people this life. So
very good. See, yes, Black business. We always got to throw that hashtag out before we start. Black business. And you'll probably see what I'm going to start doing is flash it across the screen. Black business. Hashtag Black business. Because we don't do enough of that. Y'all claim y'all want to do Black business, but then y'all go get y'all nails done by the agents. But we're not going to talk about them today for the other podcast. So if she wants to come back for that podcast, we go in. But this is about her tonight. So before we totally make it about her, she had a lot of strong opinions, folks. They so strong, Instagram don't like her. They knock her page down every now and again.
Yeah,
sucks because every time I see her second page, I'm like, got her again. And she probably some white girl did not like, because they be lurking behind them fake pro-black pages. We know this, but let's get this fool out the way first before I find out about Orgonite. I think the brother needs it. By the way, you said that the Orgonite is a device, correct?
Yes.
Okay, does it run on batteries?
No, it's not a machine, it's a
Okay,
device. So
okay. There was a joke that I was gonna make, but since it doesn't run on batteries, I'm gonna leave that joke alone because it wasn't gonna work. But back to the fool. Lil Nas X. They say he's black. He's not my black. He's their black. He messing it up for the kids. I don't like this. Now I get it. He's a black business. I'm supposed to promote him. I'm not gonna do that because he messing it up for me. Because now I'm gonna have to program my kid double time now because I feel like he's not gonna go away till he has gray in his beard. And I think he's what 20 or something.
he's
So
very
he
young.
probably gonna be around for the next. Yes, so he's probably gonna be around for the next 40 years. But he got the ear of the kids. We know how this is. You control the kids, you control
The future.
I guess the next generation. So it sucks. But I bring him up because everybody saw this. You type in baby videos, his video was number 3. We saw this. And YouTube got enough people to say something that they changed it. So now it's not 3 anymore. It's 18 now, but he's still on that page. So how do you feel about the Lil Nas X
I feel like he's a
and what he's
lost.
doing?
I feel like he's a young lost black man that is a result of oppression, demoralization, the demasculinization of black men, and now he's being used as a tool to basically usurp black masculinity, to embarrass black men, to make us a laughing stock amongst the world. Meanwhile, the liberal democratic world preaches love is love. And I definitely think he's a segue to pedophilia, whether he knows this or not. Just the fact that his audience was children, and still really is majority children. You know, the over sexualization of his music videos, of him over sexualizing himself and constantly. I think this is a direct assault on the subconscious of our children's brains in regards to what is black masculinity and what should black boys aspire to be. Yep.
Mm.
You know, it's unfortunate.
That was when I edit this, you might see it twice. We'll see. We'll see. So I don't want y'all to think that I don't know my editing skills. I think y'all need to hear that again. But I'm not going to make her repeat it because the first time she said it was perfect. So I bring him up because before we got on, I told you that Mr. Kid Cudi, you know, another rapper. Now, for those who are not familiar with him, I bring him up because he went on SNL this past in the wardrobe, and he had Twitter alight. So today he made a message. Oh, I should have pulled it up, but basically, this is what he said. He said, quote, what he's doing right now, crushing records in hip hop, it get me so mad that he said this. He said it's great for hip hop and black excellence. When I saw them 2 words, I showed my wife and I lost it. I called him a whole nigga. I said it. How dare you, sir? The amount of black excellence that we've had to strive for and create, you lump this young boy who's being controlled with that. So anybody researches that, he gonna come up with the grades. Somehow I want him to take his dress and go somewhere, go frolic in the field like The Sound of Music. He another lost one.
Yes.
So now that you know, that statement was verbatim. Well, was paraphrased. You guys can go look up the real statement. I might even put it on the screen. How do you feel about what Kid Cudi said?
I'm very first of all, Kid Cudi is brilliant. Kid Cudi is so cool. And unfortunately, they use some of our coolest people to brainwash us into going along with the agenda. I think Kid Cudi is lost. I think that he kind of lost his way. And, you know, the money and the fame and all the benefits with going along with the white supremacist agenda or white oppression agenda, because nothing about white is supreme. Um, you know, he's been
Mm.
pressured and pushed into, you know, the agenda like most of our celebrities, and it's very unfortunate. And I think, you know, the reality is what he said is absolutely outrageous. Unfortunately, a lot of our people are going to agree with it, not only because he said it, but because Lil Nas X has been put up so much and defended so much, despite the fact that he was giving Satan a lap dance in his video, which is clearly satanic, demonic, all that evil shit that we know that these devils are on. Um, you know,
Mhm.
it's clearly unfortunate. You know, I really hate that, you know, Kid Cudi, I just hate it was Kid Cudi. I hate that he did the dress. I just cannot believe. I'm just very disappointed because you know, I'm not necessarily a fan of his music, even though I know he's extremely talented. I just don't listen to a lot of rap like that, but I was very fond of his genius, which has
Mhm.
totally been used against us now. um I'm hoping that because we already see that this man is a little off for wearing dresses, because this, you know, he's doing it again. He's been wearing the skirt or the dress again. Not the same one that he did on SNL, but you know, he's still flaunting the skirts and stuff. You know, he's lost in the sauce. No telling what he's done to get the position that he has now. You know, Illuminati, whatever naughty. We just know white folks like to white folk, and they like to control our people, and they like to demasculate our black man. Um, yeah. So
Yes. Yeah, I have a saying: white people going white people. It's unfortunate, but you know they're in the majority right now. So if it's going
they're
to be
not the
stronger,
majority.
ours.
You said what?
Well, let them tell it. Let them tell it.
Right. Right. Facts.
Anybody that's
Facts.
their skin pigmentation, they'll tell the majority, which is fine. Their time is coming to an end soon, and you know we're gonna rise up again, and then they're not gonna like it, and then they're gonna try to mess with us. But by then, we hopefully we'll have enough warriors that will say bye bye c words, because I'm not gonna say c words on here because then YouTube gonna get mad.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And by the way, YouTube, I know y'all gonna flag it for what I'm about to say, but screw y'all for telling us black content creators after last year you told us that you love us so much that we can't put black in our title anymore or in our tag words because somehow that's device that's decide. I don't know what the
Divisive.
word is. They pissed me off some divisive
Divisive.
they so much is yes, it's late. I'm sorry.
So we can't wait. I didn't know
But
that. We
yeah.
can't put black in our titles?
Oh yes, look up Sister Taisha Essex. She actually put me on to it. She's another YouTuber, bigger, way bigger than me. She used to put black stuff in her thing. She would get thousands of views. She started doing it. I think she told me like 6 months ago. They started limiting her stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Her ads started getting limited. Her video views started getting limited. So yeah, and I had a video that was getting a lot of starting to get some traction. And it said the Black Civil War is here.
Mm-hmm.
They started limiting it. So it's like, damn. So you can't even put it in tag words anymore. So I had to
Wow.
go back and look at some stuff. I can like this here on this title when you see it, I can't even put black anymore. I just
Mm.
put the number of the episode, which sucks. But you know, that's YouTube for you. They love you. They love you one day, and then they go white people again. Shout out to them. Okay, we got the negatives out. Hey, let's have some fun, folks. The Orgonite first. What this is, I've heard of the word, but I don't know what it is. And
You're kind of going in and out, but I think you're asking me about Orgonite.
yes,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So
It's Georgia, and it's kind of bad weather, and there it
okay.
goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Orgonite comes from the word orgon, which what's his name? Uh Wilhelm Reich. Of course, it's a white man that basically studied our sciences, and he's attributed with the knowledge of Orgonite. But we were making Orgonite devices for years. The Great Pyramids of Giza are orgone devices. They accumulate orgone energy. And orgone energy is basically another way to say prana, chi, the life source give energy. Basically, orgone energy in the scientific term is anions. The Orgonite basically absorbs cations, which are positively charged ions, which is bad for you. That's radiation. It's radioactive. If it's positively charged, it's causing damage, right? So this device basically absorbs toxic radiation, absorbs bad energy, if you will, and transmutes it into anions, which is negatively charged ions, which are very healthy for you. If you just look up anions, you'll know what Orgonite does. The health benefits of anions, when I tell you, it is endless, because what is the health benefit of life-giving healthy energy? It allows plants to grow healthier, grow bigger, grow faster. It actually helps preserve food for longer periods of time. And those are things that we don't really talk about because we only want to know what it does for us, but it's actually helping our environment. It's absorbing all the toxic radiation that comes from our phones, our Wi-Fi devices, our modems, our laptops, our TVs, even the radiation that's coming from the electricity in the walls, because the electricity that we use now is harmful for us. It's radioactive. And so even just walls, even if you didn't have Wi-Fi in your home, just having electricity in your home creates radiation in your home. If you're using microwaves, God forbid you guys are still using microwaves, because once you put any food in the microwave, you've actually killed all the nutritional value, and now you're just consuming radioactive gunk. This helps absorb the radiation from microwaves. So, if you're using them, it's good to put it around there. But these are also great for sleep. Not only do they help you remember your sleep, they help you get a deeper, remember your dreams. They help you get a deeper sleep. People that have nightmares have given many testimonies, especially to me. A lot of people that have PTSD get Orgonite for sleep. And I have had countless people come back to me and say that they don't have night terrors anymore. They didn't have nightmare the first night that they slept with it, whatever Orgonite, because you know me, I have lots of different kinds. This one glows in the dark. I have big pyramids. This is a smaller pyramid. But when they sleep with their Orgonite, they notice that they once again have less issues in their sleep. They sleep better. They sleep deeper. They don't have the bad dreams. I had to use this for my son because he used to get night terrors when he was younger. And this is one of the things that I used with that. They actually help your balance. So when you can even have like a smaller Orgonite device, something very small and lightweight. And I tell people to test this with your friends. This is a fun activity with Orgonite. Put an Orgonite device or orgone device, whatever you want to call it, in your hand. Or don't put it in your hand first. Just have someone tug on you, and then notice how much you kind of lean over. Put an Orgonite device in your hand, and then have them tug on you at the same amount. You're not going to move as much because it actually adds a lot of energy to your center of gravity, which basically, it doesn't make you heavier, but it makes it harder for you to be moved because your balance is, there's more weight, energetic weight, if you will, with your center of balance. So it's actually a very fun one, because this is something I did when I first started Orgonite, and one of my little brothers did not believe me when I was telling them about this device. And so we did this with my ex-husband. We were like, pulling on each other, and we were just like, oh my God, this shit really works, So yeah, once again, you just look up what anions do, and this is what it does. It just helps you healthier, become healthier. It's really good for people who are sick and diseased as well. We're not going to say that it cures anything, but it definitely assists with, and has been proven to assist with certain cancers and stuff like that. So, Wilhelm Reich was curing people of cancer with his orgone boxes. So he was basically making something called an orgone accumulator, where he made a box that basically absorbs the radiation and emits the healthy energy. And people would sit in the box, and they would, over time, coming in for his treatments, it would get rid of their cancer. So, once again, Orgonite is a magnificent device. And one of the reasons why it was hit such a boom last year is because right before COVID, we learned about how bad 5G was.
Whoa,
and then
whoa, whoa. We
Yeah.
don't say the C word. No, no, no. I'll edit it. Don't worry about it.
Oh God, I
We
can't
don't say
say
the
it.
C word. We don't say
Okay,
the
what I
C
say?
word.
The before
You
the
can say the coffee venereal disease. That's what
the
I
coughing
call it.
venereal disease. Okay,
Coffee
cool.
venereal disease. Yes, because it
Okay,
gets
so
everybody hyped up. It gets everybody hyped up. So I
right.
call it
So
that. Yeah.
right before that hit off last year, we were finding out
Mhm.
about how bad 5G was, and that's when they started going like crazy. And then
Yes.
once the thing happened, and people were, equating the 5G with the outbreak, more people, got into it, and it was really a
Mhm.
wonderful thing for people to become aware, because I've been on this since there was 3G, before 4G, and
Mhm.
3G was bad, 4G was worse, and 5G is the worst. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those wonderful things to keep on you, and different crystals themselves do it. Like shungite, and I have shungite, and anything that you see black, this is the shungite powder, and it's good. It's one of the most powerful stones at absorbing EMF radiation on its own. Fluorite, pyrite, some other crystals that do it. But shungite and black tourmaline, I would say, are two of the best.
Cool. So your Orgonite. Don't give away your secret, so you don't have to answer this question. But
Oh
what
no,
is it?
no, this is free knowledge. If you
Okay.
know.
So what that crystal you held up? What is that consist of?
Okay, so
So my audio people will know.
this one in particular is an Orgonite device that has pyrite, blue tiger's eye, gold, clear quartz, and lapis lazuli and copper.
Mm. Now
So it has
how
several crystals.
okay. Go ahead.
I mean, you said what?
Go ahead.
Oh
I
no,
didn't mean
this
to
I
cut you
mean
off.
most of my, they have different crystals, and different crystals bring different properties, but there you do have to have certain types of crystals for Orgonite to be called Orgonite, for it to actually be a device. Sometimes people are selling things called and they're calling it Orgonite when it's just crystals and metals in there, and you have to have piezoelectric crystals for it to actually work. So you have to have some type of quartz in there, you have to have a fluorite, um certain type of salts that are piezoelectric, but you definitely have to have, a certain combination of things, which once again is free knowledge. So you just make sure you got some quartz in there or some fluorite in your Orgonite, for it to be considered an Orgonite device. But yeah, each of these Orgonite devices, of course, have their own different, I guess you could say, meaning or purpose. I make, different crystals, like I said, have different properties. So I make them with metaphysical intentions as well. So, some people will be looking for love. So I'll make Orgonite devices. Orgonite devices that have rose quartz in them, jade, and just switch it up depending on what people desire when they're doing custom pieces. Or on my website I have different pieces, once again, for different things, and the description is all in there for people who are not familiar with crystals. But if you know crystals, you can look at it and you'll be like, this is good for that. So
Okay, cool. So how long does it take to make one of those?
it takes a few weeks actually, because resin.
Mm.
Yeah, it does. Resin, the material, the main material, which is this clear stuff, takes hours to get hard enough or to cure to the point where I can pour the next layer. So if you can imagine, and then once you're done with that, it takes 2 weeks to completely cure, to completely harden. You understand? So it takes a few weeks, but it's worth it for sure.
Okay, cool. Organite, folks. Now I'm talking with Goddess Aayanna. Remember, that's 4 A's, a Y, and 2 N's. That's for the people who gonna ask later.
Okay.
I think she lying. Let me go look this up. You know how people want to prove that you're always lying,
Oh yeah,
and then
yeah.
when they don't find out you're lying, then here comes the ad hominems. But
I would
she knows
suggest
her
that you
stuff,
go.
folks.
Oh yeah, I would suggest that you go check out a video on YouTube where Vice decided to test out orgone energy. I don't know if it was orgone energy or orgonite, but basically you
Mhm.
just put in orgone, Orgone, and they were testing it. They were like, oh, we don't know if this box. They said this guy Wilhelm Reich was curing people of cancer with a box. Then they made a regular box, and they made the Orgonite, or the Orgone accumulator box, right? And they had people sit in there for 30 minutes. Well, they didn't tell the people which box they were putting them in. And I loved the fact that Vice could not deny that the people that sat in the Orgone accumulator were like calm. They were like, ah, I feel peace. I feel good. And then the people that were in the regular box were like, I'm feeling claustrophobic. I'm ready to get out of here, honestly. You know what I mean? So it's very interesting. It's very interesting to see the two. And like I said, that's Vice. So that's,
Cool.
they've got a pretty big name on YouTube out here in the media world. Check that video out.
Okay. Cool. All right. So I'm a lot more in tune with the Orgonite. I think, when I might get one for my birthday. Who knows? My birthday coming up in
Okay. When's
6
your
weeks. I
birthday?
might need that. November 12th.
Oh, God. You're a Scorpio. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Best sign ever. But I did that because I need the laugh. Yes, leave that alone. But okay, let's move on to y'all got to explain this retrograde to me, because I don't understand none of this. Because I hear like, oh, your Saturn is against Venus and it's in retrograde, and I'm like, y'all, I don't know what y'all talking about, but okay. Yeah, y'all got it. I mean, I just look online if I need a horoscope. I mean, I don't do it anymore. They be like, oh, you'll find a blessing on the floor today. I don't see no blessings, but okay.
Oh, those
Sure.
are very generic, and
Yeah, I know. It's like a fortune cookie. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Shout out to the fortune cookies. I don't eat them no more because they be lying. But yes, please, I explain this, the deeper roots of astrology. Sign. Nature.
Well, I'll talk a little bit about the Mercury retrograde, because that's the one that's infamous. But of course, astrology is infinite. I don't know how long Black people have existed in the universe. I guess we've been here for eternity. So has astrology. Ever since the stars were here, astrology has been here. But so the retrograde is basically when a planet, we're passing, just like when you're in two lanes in or you're in your lane and someone else is in the next lane and you're going faster than them. It appears like they're going backwards, but you're both going forwards. You're just passing it, in essence, in orbit. So the planet Earth is just passing Mercury in orbit, and so Mercury's appearing to go backwards. And the planet Mercury deals with communication. It deals with getting something from point A to point B. So whether that's information from point A to point B, whether that's you in a vehicle from point A to point B, it's basically getting something from here to here, sharing information, traveling. And those are the things that actually get really obscured during the retrograde, because it's like putting a magnifier. When anytime a planet is retrograding, it is the closest that it'll be to Earth in its orbit. So these are points where we're very close to Mercury, basically. And so, it's like, once again, a magnifier. And so every little thing is getting picked apart. There's miscommunications. People are more sensitive to communication. And it's very important during a retrograde to recollect yourself, reminisce on things, revisit some issues, revisit how you feel you are in life right now, where you feel you are in life. It's just a really good time to sit down and think and organize and plan. It's not necessarily the best time to act. This is not a good time to buy a car, but if you have to buy a car, by all means, just make sure that you are looking into the details. It's not the best time to start a relationship during a retrograde. It's not the best time to start new things. It's more of a time to refine the things that we're already doing or the plans that we already have. I find that during the Mercury retrograde, I tend to stutter a lot. A lot of people, actually, I noticed, tend to stutter more or to fumble over their words. But you can remedy that literally by just slowing down your speech. I have to catch myself all the time because I talk fast already. I'm a rising Virgo and I'm a Sun Aquarius. So naturally, I'm a very quick, fast talker. But during the retrograde, I slow down. I'm a very fast driver too. But during the retrograde, I will slow down. I will talk to my friends about the retrograde while I'm driving, and we can literally see the retrograde activity, people being kind of spastic on the road. And I'll be like, yep, that's exactly why I'm driving slow right now. There's more accidents during a Mercury retrograde. So yeah, it's very
You know
important.
what's funny about that? I'm down here
What's
in
that?
Atlanta, and the last week I've seen 7 accidents.
Mm-hmm.
So I know Atlanta got the worst drivers ever, but still, that
No,
was just weird.
Memphis probably does, but yeah, I feel you. No, really, Memphis is known. We're known for our fast drivers, our reckless drivers, for sure. And
I
that's
thought y'all
why
was racing to get ribs.
you said what?
I thought y'all was racing to get ribs.
Oh, yikes. I don't know. I don't eat ribs. So
I figured. Well, I figured. I have a buddy that lives in Memphis, and I always make a joke. I'm like, y'all, all y'all do, y'all put that nasty Memphis rub on everything, even y'all cereal.
oh, what? Hold on. We're not gonna say nasty in Memphis like this isn't a food spot. Okay. We ain't gonna play
Hey, listen,
Memphis like that.
can you tell me what's in that rub? I mean, I cook. I don't feel like looking it up. I know y'all know it off top. When y'all baby's bottle, y'all have the Memphis rub in it. So
You
where y'all
out.
putting that rub? What y'all
Not
putting
the
that rub?
baby's bottle.
What y'all putting that rub? I need to know.
I have no idea. You know, I just moved to Memphis this year, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
You said you were vegan, right?
No, I'm not vegan right now. I'm usually vegan. Right now I'm just considering what I eat is I eat as healthy as possible or as healthy as I feel, because the reality is I can always eat healthy. So
Yeah.
right now that's the space I'm in. I tend to get on the vegan diet, off the vegan diet. Usually when I'm on it though, I'm gonna be on it very hardcore. But once I get off, I don't get all the way, extreme. Like I'm not eating pork or anything, but
Ooh,
I might eat
no,
some
you can't do
fish
that.
or shrimp. Yeah, no.
Black people can't turn down no fish. You know this. You can't turn down no fish. You
Well,
cannot
when
turn
I'm
down no
vegan, I
fish.
definitely don't eat any fish, but yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, I'm in the same boat with you. It's a lot healthier food for me too, because last year that pandemic. I mean, I ate healthy 90% of the time, but it'd be late sometimes, and McDonald's is the only goddamn thing opened up. So you gotta say. You got to bite the bullet and the heartburn.
Heartburn.
Yeah, that. But I did make a vow 2 weeks ago. I said that was the last time I was eating fast food, and I stuck to it. But I'm finna go to Dallas, and
You
I
were
have to try
eating.
it. And it's a chef
You
thing.
know what is my favorite fast food?
I'm
You
almost
go to
afraid to ask, but go
Walmart,
ahead.
you go to Kroger, you go to Whole Foods, and there's some already cut up fruit. That's the best fast food. I'm telling you. It is. Listen,
So
just get you
I
some
can't do
fruit.
that. You know what? Here's the thing. I
Why
don't
don't
buy
you
my
season
vegetable.
your fruit? Season your fruit,
I
because
do. No,
sometimes.
I do. I put like brown sugar on it sometimes,
What
or
about
some honey.
tahini?
I've never tried that. I
Try
will
some
try that.
tahini. Try some,
I
because
will
it
try
gives
that.
it a more, I don't want to say savory, because tahini isn't necessarily savory, but it gives it more
Right.
depth. And so, like, I don't know. My kids, me, we love tahini. We put it on cantaloupe, watermelon, what else? Pineapples, strawberries. We put that shit on
Well,
everything.
I buy my stuff from the farmers market, so I
Okay,
might have to
yeah.
get some.
I love farmers markets.
Yes, I mean I have one right down the street, so that's where I go get most of my stuff. I mean, I only go to the grocery store if I have to get like essential stuff. Like I can't stop drinking Arizona green tea, so that's the only reason why I go there. Don't do that. I'm trying. I'm buying the real green tea now. I'm trying.
Okay.
I love that thing though. That's like my go-to,
Progress.
but
We're going to make baby steps.
it's tough. It's tough. You can't beat that taste. It's tough.
It's addictive. That's what it is.
It
Because
is.
we can
It's
definitely beat
full of
that tea
sugar.
in the motherfucking South. Oh, excuse me. In the South, you have to edit
It's
that out.
fine. It's fine. Listen, this is Bet on Black. I don't give the restrictions. I'm supposed to ask if you want to keep it PG or rated R. I forgot to, so who cares?
Okay.
If you see an you just know what it's about to be about. So parents who listen to this and got kids around, you should parent and make sure your kid don't listen to this. But, but we gonna have some more fun, folks. Here we go. And again, I'm talking with Goddess Aayanna. She put me on the Orgonite. She put me on the retrogrades. I'm now going to look outside for Mercury and see if it's getting close. I'm going to slow down my speech because I do talk fast too. And sometimes I do jumble myself. And y'all did see I slipped up today. But before we go, I have this thing called 10 random questions where I ask you 10 random questions. So people get know your personality. It's going to be fun. Nothing sexual, nothing invasive. But we always have to ask permission if you want to do this.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's go.
10 random questions.
So the first 5 questions, everybody gets them. So don't be scared. Number 1, are you team Apple or team Android?
I have to pick between the two?
Yes.
Apple.
That's fine. That's fine. Y'all kicking the Android's asses right now. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's fine. I used to get mad. I don't get mad anymore because I have an iPhone too, so it's all good. Number 2, your favorite go-to music genre?
Anything Masego.
I don't know. Masego,
Trap House Jazz. Masego has his own.
Oh, Trap House Jazz. That's a new one. Trap House Jazz. Okay. I'm going to research that, and you might get a message from me later, or I don't get it, but
you're welcome.
Okay, so yes, ma'am. So number 3, your favorite artist. I guess you already answered that, so you just say
Masego.
Okay, Masego. Number 4, you're in a room, sitting at a table, and from out of the darkness, somebody comes up to you, and you get to talk to them for an hour. Who would it be?
Who? Anyone?
Anyone.
Can we go back in time?
Yeah, you can go anybody.
It would be me at 16 years old.
Ooh, okay. That's actually the first time I've heard somebody say that. I usually get Jesus or some other stuff. I don't know why y'all want to talk to Cesar Borgia, but that's just me. You know how the Black Christians are. Sorry, Black Christians. But y'all gonna get an exclusive. When y'all hear this, the first episode of my season 7 of the podcast, I'm going after Black Christians again because y'all done messed up again. But it's positivity here. It's positivity. You got to make sure you listen to that. That's gonna be a live show too. Number 5. Sorry. Your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show.
But you look like the person that don't watch TV.
Yeah, I'm not, but I'll try to go back to when I was watching a lot of TV. It's gonna be a tie between Family Matters and Fresh Prince.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Fresh Prince, but Family Matters was just I don't think I've missed an episode of Family Matters, so I don't know. It's a tie between Family Matters and Fresh Prince.
That's fine. That's fine. Would you be in favor of a Family Matters reboot?
Would I do what?
Would you be in favor of a Family Matters reboot?
It would all depend. Probably not, because I'm just not at this point in my consciousness. I would not be okay with us, having a new show where we have a deified Black cop.
I might have to have you come back and talk about that.
Oh yeah, that's deep. We have to be careful of the bad boys movies that make us feel a sense of, man, those are the cool cops. Because there's no such thing.
We got to talk about that. I'm gonna hit you up about that show. That's actually a great show. Okay, now here's your questions that are tailored to you. Number 6.
All right.
Now you've explained Orgonite to us. Which do you feel is the most important element in that structure that you create?
The crystals, the piezoelectric crystals.
Right. Okay. And I know somebody probably asked why.
Why?
Yeah. Why those are
Because
so important.
why the why
The
that's
Chris.
why the Pfizer
Yeah.
electric crystals?
Yeah.
Because that's what's jumping it off. That's what's giving it the energy to do what it's doing. You know what I mean? Literally, you get 2 clear quartz crystals in the dark and do this, and you'll see the electricity. You'll see it spark. So that's the spark that's actually creating the energy. So it doesn't need a battery because it has a crystal. The crystal, in essence, is the battery of the device.
Cool. All right. Number 7.
The heart. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, you said on your lives that you were a world traveler, so you've seen the world.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite place that you've been?
In the world,
Yes.
New Orleans. It's my absolutely favorite place in the world. Hands
New
down.
Orleans.
I don't care where I've been. Egypt, the Philippines, Thailand, Korea. I don't care. Jamaica. I don't care where I've been. There's nothing that touches me as much as New Orleans. I literally get in the city of New Orleans and my energy is elevated. There's more art. The people are they're more authentic there. Being authentically you is celebrated in New Orleans. Our culture is so thick there. You know, the people have their culture there still. And I love that they have a stronger sense of community, even though because it's such a cultural stronghold. The oppressors attack New Orleans constantly in the worst ways possible. But I believe that's because the people of New Orleans, the Black people in New Orleans, are absolutely very. They have a lot of heart. You know, they have
They have
an
a lot of
extreme amount of
resilience.
heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of resilience. Okay. Number 8. Goddess Aayanna has to square up with the boxing gloves with
Mm-hmm.
one person. Who is it?
Joe Biden.
Who? She said Joe Biden. Okay, Joe Biden. Do you want to tell the people why before he forgets?
Because I mean, he's being the puppet to completely take away all of our rights. So at this point, even though he's got dementia, we know this man is just a puppet. I would just like to knock him out for, just to piss off all the Democrats or, all the liberals or anybody that puts Biden on
All
a
the Kamala
pedestal.
jockeys.
Yeah, them. Yeah, all of them.
All the Kamala jockeys. Shout out to the sorority sisters down here. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Come on, y'all got to come out. Y'all got to come outside. Y'all was out there. Y'all was out there banjo stepping, talking about sweet and all. Yeah, y'all got to come outside. Y'all got to come outside. But
all right, hold
y'all,
on. We got an AK in the room.
listen. They had everyone representing that picture. I was like, okay. And y'all got in, but now your man messing up. Y'all got to come outside and answer for this man. I'll leave y'all alone. I will leave y'all alone. But number 9, we're gonna get back to have some fun. 2 more questions. Number 9, because I'm sure Beale Street is getting hot right now, and I know you want to see what they got going on over there. But
that ain't
number
where I'm gonna
9,
go, but I feel you.
yes, but number 9. Okay, if you had to give, well, I'm sorry, that's number 10. Number 9. Now you said you were a world traveler. Is there any events that you've been a part of, and if so, which one was your favorite?
Any events?
Yeah, or like you saw something in the world that you were like, you immersed yourself into it, and it was an unforgettable experience.
An unforgettable experience.
Yeah.
Because when I think of that, I don't think of an event.
Mm-hmm.
What am I? Let's say what event?
Or experience. It doesn't have to be an event or experience.
An experience. I would
Yeah.
say one of my favorite experiences was with somebody special in Laguna Beach sometime in the last few years.
Okay.
Black love is real.
That's all we need. No details. Now the last question. Last question. Some just gives the black folks out here, the ones that are conscious, the ones that are unconscious, the movers, the shakers, the activists, and even yes, you coons, you can come get some of this advice too, because she's a wealth of advice. What's one tip you can give black people right now to navigate the rest of 2021?
To navigate the rest of 2021.
Yeah,
Part of
we
me
got 10
wants
more weeks left.
part
Well,
of me
no,
wants
14 more weeks. Is it? Yeah, 14 more weeks.
14 weeks. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
This year has
Flu, yeah.
yeah. I would say, be mindful. Once I have to bring astrology in here. So I would definitely say these next few weeks, because the retrograde, the Mercury retrograde starts September 27th, but we are in the shadow period. It ends October 17th. So I would say for half of the rest of the year, just be very mindful of communication. Make sure that you think thoroughly before you speak. Understand that you're more likely to blurt out things that you may not mean, or at least may not mean to say, or in a way you may not mean to come off if you get into a heavy argument. So before you get too emotional in arguments, stop, pause, and take a break from the disagreement if you feel like you can't go there without disrespecting the black person that you love, or the black person that you're dealing with. I would also say stop overworking yourselves. We overwork, we slave so hard. Do your best. Do your best to create a space and time for yourself to recollect yourself and your energy every day. Find time every day to focus on your mental health. Because I believe the mental health is the number one issue in the Black community. All of our issues, I feel, can be fixed if we fix our mentality. So your mental health is so important. Really take time, even if you have a job and and sometimes call off sick. If all you need is just to rest a day, do that. Take care of yourself, because overworking and slaving yourself out to the world, to anybody outside of yourself, is really doing you a disservice. So I would just say really focus on your mental health.
Cool. Mental health is key. And we've done shows on that as well, but we add that down to the coffers. So black people, it's okay. Goddess Aayanna says it's okay to call out.
Facts.
But make sure you have PTO time.
Or become your own boss, so you don't have to worry about
become your
calling.
own boss. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do right now. Hopefully I can get it done before my birthday. That's why I'm on my little hiatus right now. I'm trying to reassess a lot of things right now. But thank you so much for coming on. So just let everybody know where they can find you, and we're gonna get up out of here because she said Beale Street call.
You can find me on my website at goddessayanna.com. And on my website, you can go to my online store, which is godpeace.com, or you can go straight to godpeace.com. My Instagram is where I'm most active, Divine Stargate 1. This is my third page. Just got disabled a couple of weeks ago from my last backup page. So Divine Stargate 1, that's it. There are scammers out there acting like me on Instagram. Don't feed into the hype. I'm on my Instagram page a lot, so if you don't see it very active, that's not me. If it's Divine Stargates 1, that's not me. It's Divine Stargate 1. I'm also on Facebook at Goddess Aayanna. That's where I have lots of followers. I have a lot of my old content, even from my very first Instagram page. So a lot of my viral videos are there. You can check those out. And you can check me out on YouTube, Goddess Aayanna. So
Yes. And y'all know how I give it up. K Gravity everywhere. Just look for it on Google. No, please use DuckDuckGo. Don't use Google, because Google don't like us. But we're gonna go get out of here. Goddess Aayanna, thank you so much for coming on. Please, black business. Y'all know how I do it here. Black business. Please buy one of them Orgonite pieces. We need more of those around the world, especially in Africa. So we gotta start. We gotta get back our natural resources. That's right. I said it. And we gotta go get our balance back. So take care, stay safe. You know what they say, you gotta, wherever they said, wear your mask to get your supplies. And just remember, there's always a calm before the storm. But if you see a retrograde, go call up Aayanna. She tell you what to do.
Righteous.
All right. So we are gone. Yes, righteous. Oh, I'm trying to stop this. There we go.
Peace.
Nice. Always bet on black.